Elimination. Okay, starting at 1, you have your developmental considerations, age, affects what a person eats and the body's ability to digest nutrients and eliminate waste. The stools of an infant are markedly different from those of an older person because patients are often reluctant to discuss their bowel habits and stool characteristics. Nurses need to be familiar with bowel concerns pertinent to each developmental group. And diarrhea and constipation was up in on the infant chart. And the diarrhea is a passage of more than 3 loose stools a day. And it's considered diarrhea. Okay, for constipation, that is dry, hard stool. And I just said, like, if you have a patient who has constipation, you'll offer them a laxative or stool softener. Okay, daily pattern. I had a story about this, so I guess you probably said it was very important or something. So the changes in any of these patterns, such as your bowel elimination, the frequency, the time considerations, you should when they changes in any of these patterns may upset a person's routine and lead to constipation. For example, many people defecate after breakfast when the gastrocolic and duodenal colic reflexes cause mass propulsive movements in the large intestine. If this urge to defecate is ignored because the person finds the time or place inconvenient, the feces remain in the rectum until the defecation reflex is again initiated. Meanwhile, the water observes to absorb from the unexpelled feces, which makes the stool dry, hard, and painful to pass. So they're just saying if you have an urge to defecate and you don't, the water from that feces is absorbing out. So that's what makes your stool hard. So that what makes what? Constipation. Okay? Fluid and water. You got it. Okay, food and water, okay? Food and fluids. A high fiber diet and a daily fluid intake of 2,000 to 3,000 milliliters facilitate bowel movement. You want to encourage your clients to increase food.
Your mom, increase it later. Put you on YouTube.
I can't go on YouTube. But you don't want to encourage your clients to increase the fluid intake because the fluid, it helps the feces come on out the right way. And you know the fiber, and that's is like grains, whole grains, dried peas and beans, fresh fruits and vegetables. Increase the bulk in fecal material. I think that's important. And the same dealing with the food for this is going to be important. As a result, the feces move more quickly through the colon, allowing less time for water to reabsorb. So you know if the water reabsorbs, what happens? And it comes back. Okay. Food intolerance may alter bowel elimination, possible resulting in diarrhea, gaseous distension, cramping. For example, people with who lack the enzyme lactase, which helps to break down the simple sugar lactose found in milk and milk products, cannot digest milk. This is called lactose intolerance. And that's on that too. So your fluid, the factors that may affect your bowel elimination is water, fiber, and food intolerance, such as lactose. Okay, activity. Regular exercise improves the GI mobility and muscle tone, whereas inactivity decreases both. And we all know that an immobile person, usually be constipated because they're not able to move. So exercises helps the process of bowel elimination. psychological variables, constipation, and diarrhea. And we both know diarrhea is and constipation because I've been talking about it. Medications that affect the bowel elimination is narcotics and anti-chlorogenics cause constipation. So you have your narcotics and your anti-cholinergics.
And the anticholinergics speed up your GI mobility, so GI motility, so they give you diarrhea.
Okay.
And we know that narcotics do what to your bowels?
It's depressive.
Constipation.
Yeah.
And antibiotics?
It causes diarrhea.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 forms of diarrhea is with more than 2 forms, but this is a form of C. diff. It actually, when dealing with a patient with diarrhea, a test question, to wash your hands. That's one of the main things. Mm-hmm. And the treatment for that was Stalgel for diarrhea. And when you have a patient who has diarrhea, you want the diarrhea to run its full course. And do not give an anti-diarrhea medication to a patient who's had the diarrhea. You want it to come out. Whatever the inside is trying to come out, you want it to come out. Okay?